started.
Do it. If I had an okay boomer
This
button,
is what I'm doing.
I would press it right now.
This is what I'm doing. Is that okay?
No.
No. That would be helpful. Anyways, yes, you are listening and watching. If you are watching YouTube or wherever we're at the moment, thank you for listening and watching. I didn't catch that. Okay, you are listening to Remember That One Time with your hosts, Chris.
And CJ.
And this is part 4 of our Sexy Sex series, and we have yet another special guest join us, all the way from Michigan. Antionette is with us tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for joining us. A couple of words from our sponsors to get us started.
So, we have 2 sponsors, and one of them is Perfectly Polished Paragraphs. They are a proofreading company. They will proofread your shit and make sure that you don't confuse crock pot with cock pot, because that would be embarrassing.
For sure.
You can find them on the interwebs at perfectlypolishedparagraphs.com. You can email them at info@perfectlypolishedparagraphs.com, and they did give us a promo code for our listeners to use. It gets them 10% off, and the promo code is PP20. So either mention that when you fill out the contact form on the website or mention it in your email, and you'll get 10% off their service.
Yes, that is PP20 for 10% off. Yes.
PP20.
PP20. Our second sponsor is Audible. If you love listening to podcasts, then obviously you're also going to love listening to audiobooks. You can get a free 30-day trial if you just go to audibletrial.com/rememberthatonetime. That gets you in for 30 days. Those 30 days also include one free audiobook that you get to keep even if you do cancel your subscription before it renews. Because you're not required to keep it, but we've got a good feeling that you're going to, because you're going to love it just as much as we do. You can,
but I'm definitely going to keep it.
yeah, for sure. You can listen across devices without losing your spot. The app is free and it can be installed on all smartphones and tablets. And if you can't decide what to listen to, you can keep your credits for up to a year and then use them to binge on a whole series if you like. So go to audibletrial.com/rememberthatonetime to get your free 30-day trial of Audible. Also, quick little shout out, not really a sponsor, but a shout out nonetheless, the Vinyl Sloth, for these amazing tumblers. We have tumblers.
So cute.
Yes, I know. Ours has you can't really see mine very well because of my lighting, but yes, it's got our slogan, "What's Your Story?" on the back with our Remember That One Time on the front. Our Inappropriate Storytime podcast. It is like super, super high quality and amazing and filled with yummy.
It's durable as fuck.
It is durable.
We all know what happened to Chris's when I gave it to her, and 3 seconds later.
Yes. So mine was a gift for my birthday, and within 3 seconds of being handed to me, I promptly threw it on the ground in a parking lot. And it just took off flying. It's just got a couple of scuffs. You could never even tell that it took a pretty deep dive. So yay for the Vinyl Sloth. Check them out and get you some awesome tumblers as well.
They are, I don't think she's got a website, but she's just on Facebook at facebook.com/thevinyl-sloth.
Sounds good. Well, let's go ahead and dive deep in. Looks like you have got some first and foremost thing.
First, let me pull it up on my phone here. So, continuing the saga of very strange messages that I've gotten from completely random people. So this is Chris Dotson. His profile is completely blank, so I couldn't tell you where he's from. He has no profile picture, so he could be a big green ogre. I have no idea. But he says, "Hey, love, want to make some money, honey? Sell me your pics." And I said, "I'll need a down payment of $500 first." Send a pic of you to prove you'll send it, and you got a deal. Yeah, bruh, that's not how this works.
No.
Any pic, somebody will send, and you got a deal. I just said that's not how this works. He said that is especially for a $500 front, and I said no deal.
Hard
He
pass.
said, sorry, hun, you just need to prove you'll send one to prove. And I said, I don't need to waste my time proving anything to you when I have 50 other people following the rules. Bye, Felicia.
Right?
And then, I'm so sorry to say, he blocked me.
Oh.
There
Oh,
was,
jeez.
yeah, so another, I mean, they've probably listened to that one episode where we talked about all the crazy shit that I used to do for money. It's probably that. They're coming out.
Probably.
They've listened to all of that.
They know.
They know.
They know your secrets.
They know. So let's see. The first thing on my list that I feel needs to be addressed should have honestly been the first thing that we addressed in the first episode about sex. 2 girls, 1 cup.
Well, it's just so old that, like...
I know, but it's still just unbelievable because the reason that it was made is because there's people out there that are into that.
Oh, yeah.
And I just think that's alarming.
Alarming.
It is. I think it's alarming and it's terrifying, honestly.
My favorite thing about 2 Girls, 1 Cup is that nobody ever, like, explicitly says exactly what's going on in the video. They mention it, and they, like, assume that you're just going to go watch it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it got so many watches, because everyone's like, oh, man, you got to go watch this. But they're not like, oh, this is what happens.
Yeah.
And even after you know what happens, nobody ever says what happens. It's just, oh, 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
Just,
Like, that is the name of the action now. Oh, we're going to go 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
yeah.
I need to go watch this.
It's
Like,
not seen it.
you've not seen
No,
it.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, she gonna learn today.
I'm gonna learn today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's another website that we should direct her to. You know what it is?
Are you thinking about Meat Spin?
Meatspin. Meatspin.com. Have you ever gone there?
I mean, I've been at Pornhub, but
Not quite the same. I mean,
it's not the same.
No.
Okay.
no.
Meatspin.com.
There's also Cake Farts, so that's fun.
Are they premium?
Cake Farts is some chick that, like, squats on cakes and farts on them. Like,
What? How did I not know about this? What the hell?
I don't know. So yeah, Cake Farts is a fun one.
That's a website,
Awful.
cakefarts.com.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, it's just as old as 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to do it.
There's that. There's Googling blue waffle. That's always fun.
Ooh, blue waffle.
Yeah.
Cakefarts.com. No, cakefarts.com is actually available.
Really?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Maybe. I wonder if that's one of those, like, internet rumors. What happens if you just, like Google Cake Farts? You got the Cake Farts song.
The Cake Fart song?
Rachel Blue
Yeah.
Cake Fart song.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
Have you done a reaction video to Cake Fart? Yep, it's a video. LOL. What's up?
Okay, yeah, I'm not going to play this whole dude's fucking YouTube video. So, yeah, I don't know what that's about, but...
Okay. I'm going to have to add that to the
research
later list. Cake Farts. So, yeah, I'm going to have to check that out. And, Antionette, I'm going to need you to check out meatspin.com.
Yeah, you have homework.
Report back.
I have homework today. Okay.
Like, have somebody film your reaction because...
I'll film it.
I was going to say, definitely make sure it's your kid filming your reaction. That's the most appropriate, like, thing you can do.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Okay, so on the, I mentioned this on the live Station Head show we just did. So we played the 2 Girls, 1 Cup song
Yes.
by John LaJoie, I guess.
LaJoie. I don't know how you pronounce it.
But I was telling Chris earlier that husband, Chris, is making me watch The League. And there's a character named Taco, and he's kind of cute, but he's really stupid. And we're 6 seasons in, and I just realized that Taco is this guy that sings the Two Girls, One Cup song. And I found that out last night. And once I connected the dots that Taco is the Two Girls, One Cup song dude, I also realized that in addition to that, he's also the Show Me Your Genitals guy. You know, show me your genitals, show me your genitals, genitalia, same dude. I'm
Nice.
just fucking blown. I'm like sitting there on the toilet like, what is life?
I am Taco Man!
I didn't know what that was going to do because it said my name is Taco Man, so I thought somebody was just going to say my name is Taco Man, but it's fucking ear rape, and I hate it.
I am Taco Man!
I am Taco Man.
¡Tacos de canasta, tacos!
Yeah,
You're my friends now. We're having soft tacos later.
We're having soft tacos later. Okay.
sounds dirty.
Yeah.
So I'll have to share it so that we can, well, I mean, you have access to it, but we'll have to like make it the, what do you call it? The picture, the cover photo of this episode.
Okay.
This picture. And honestly, it's been in my camera roll for a while and I don't know where it came from, but it's a dog licking a dildo in the street.
As one does.
I don't really know where it came from.
Is it your dog?
No, it's not my dog. And I looked at the photo information and it was screenshotted at like 2:38 a.m. So
Nice.
drinking was involved. I mean, it wasn't like a picture. It was just a screenshot from something, but I don't know what I was looking at or
Okay.
I don't really know where that rabbit hole goes, but
So you were not a first-hand witness to this dog dildo incident.
no.
Sad face.
So there's that. So I'll have to send that to you so you can see it. So, okay, before I forget, there's this one thing that I need Antoinette's explanation on.
Oh, jeez.
What are you going to whip out?
No, I'm not whipping out anything, just a story.
Okay.
So, I don't know what this means, but in the show notes, like I guess we just had like everything in a big list with where we just throw ideas in there. And this note was made on the weekend that you and Jake were down here and we were all partying and stuff. This note was made again at like 1 or 2 in the morning. And I have no recollection of us talking about this or what this means, but based on the pictures that were taken around this time, this was like sometime on the way back in that taxi where Jake was about to throw up. And the guy was like, it's going to be $500. It was somewhere.
That right there would make me throw up.
It was somewhere in that time range that I created this note. And the note, and the note says, big old black dildo in the middle of the road in Breckenridge. Did y'all not see it? It was as big as my forearm. Does that mean anything to you?
So you're saying that we saw a dildo on the street?
In Breckenridge? Where the hell is Breckenridge? Not anywhere around
I
here.
don't know where that's at.
I don't know.
So did you see something like while we're in the taxi and there was a big dildo on the street?
No. I thought maybe it was a story that you had told, or Jake or Mitchell or Pacini or somebody. The cab driver, I don't know. In between, warning us that it was going to be $500 if you threw up. Like telling us about dildo in the middle of the street at Breckenridge, that it was as big as a car.
Wait, did I say that?
I don't know. All I know is I made the note when we were all in that taxi. I made that note and I don't remember it.
Maybe I said that I have a dildo.
I don't know, but was it in the middle of the street in Breckenridge? Is it as big as your car? Because if it is, we need to talk. What are you doing?
Living her best life. That's what she's doing.
Great American
Living my best
talent over
life.
here? Like, one day, I want to go into a sex shop and pick up the Great American Challenge and take it to the cash register just to see the look on the person's face. Like,
You'll get a slow clap.
right? Like, if I get no reaction, like, I'm just going to take it out of the package and smack the person with it. Like, the fuck is wrong?
Deal.
React. Do something.
Penis.
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 I mean, have you seen those things?
What?
Oh yeah.
It's called the Great American Challenge, and it's a dildo that's like, it's like the biggest dildo in the world, and it comes in a package that's like 3 feet long, and the thing is like this bigger. It's like as big around as my face, and it's
impressive.
So you guys like just try it?
I don't, guys, girls, either one. I don't.
Or do you just slap it on someone's face?
I mean, you would need like both hands to pick this thing up. The package itself is like heavy as fuck. It's like 3 feet long. I don't, like, if you can take all of it, like, is that even a vagina, or is it just a big old PVC
Hole.
Like, swear to God, it's this big.
Jeez.
I don't mean to kink shame, but that thing,
It's huge.
It's ungodly. Like, there's no way.
Maybe I
Let's
should
go
go
to
to
challenge.
Lovers. Oh, I was gonna say maybe I should go to Lovers Lane and like see if they have it.
They probably do. I've seen it at Hustler. I've seen it at Lovebound. I've seen
Make a TikTok.
Oh,
Yes,
the
that
Great American Challenge.
that could be my
Let's go.
like. So, somebody just like filming me like using both hands, and it's all I can do to like heave this thing up on the counter and be like,
Oh.
you have this in, black, purple, or some other color. Like, I don't know. So there
How
was,
much is it? That's what I'm wondering.
it
To
was-
take all that.
It was over $100. I don't know. I'm thinking like 160 or 170. It was expensive. I mean,
Take all that in.
like, that's a lot of rubber that went into the construction of that. I mean, it's like equivalent of a tire. Like, what's the cheapest tire you can buy?
Imagine like making that. Like being the person that makes like the dildos.
That's what you do for a living. Like, you paint you carve the anatomy on those. That would be amazing. I love it.
You're like, what do you make for a living? I make dildos for a living.
Right. So, I know you have some stories.
Oh yes, I do have a lot of stories.
Okay, share some stories, and then I'll pick up where I left off.
Like sex stories.
Sex stories.
Okay, we're going. Of course, this is okay. Well, I did tell you the story about me having me and my friend and her 2 other friends. We went to Canada, and then after we had a wild night at the bars, and I'm like wasted as hell. We went back to the hotel room, and then we had sex or whatever, and then he's like, yeah, like I dated a witch, and I was like, what? Like,
Cool.
I was like,
Why is that relevant?
After you said that, all the alcohol just went away. I was like, and he was like, yeah, she tried to cast spells on me because I wanted to break up with her, and I was like, all right.
Why are you telling me this?
Yeah, and it was so, and this was at 2:00 in the morning, and I was like, really? And I told him, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna step outside for a minute. I'll be right back.
I need a moment.
Give me a moment. Hopefully she doesn't cast a spell on me.
Did you
Like
walk?
some voodoo. She probably has my voodoo doll
Oh my
after having sex with her ex-boyfriend.
God, bless it.
Ugh. And then I told you the story about me going to the club. I mean, I'll tell you about this electricity club. Whoever is listening to this, you'll probably all know. So electricity is in this ghetto place in Pontiac. So it's 20 minutes away from where I live, 20, 30 minutes, I don't know, somewhere around there. And you could be 18 to get into this club. So my friend, she was oh my gosh, she's super small, she's really short, and I guess she was a model at the club. So we got in for free all the time. And this was, like, if we could go at, like, usually, like, 11 o'clock, like, it's, like, you can't get in for free, but since she knows everyone there, we got in free all the time. We got free drinks. Like, didn't matter if we were, like, 18 or 19 or whatever, because she knew all the bartenders, too.
Right.
So, you know, we went there, and this guy, I think he was, like, about, like, 26, 27, you know, him and his friend came up to us, and they all started talking and whatever, and the other guy's flirting with my friend, and this guy was, like, really into me. He was like, yeah, I'm a doctor, blah, blah, blah. Like, I do this, and I do that. Yeah, I own, like, a Mercedes-Benz, and I'm like, I don't really give a shit. Just buy me a drink. Like, I don't really care. Like, I'm at the point where, like, and then he, like, tried to dance with me and tried to flirt with me. And then, you know, my friend went separate ways with the one guy, the guy's friend or whatever, and I went with the guy who's talking like he's a doctor. I mean, I don't believe it, but whatever. So he takes me to his car, and then, you know, we start kissing or whatever, and then he, like, starts making out with my ear. And I'm like,
All right.
I'm like,
What?
you know, it was so random because I was, like, sitting like this, and I was like, he was, like, full tongue in my ear, and I was like, dude, like, really?
Maybe he was an ear, nose, and throat specialist. And he was just trying to get a freebie.
Maybe he was trying to pretend my ear was a vagina. I don't really know.
Vagina.
It was just the weirdest experience I ever
What the fuck?
experienced in my life.
Excuse me?
And then he was, like, trying to get me home with him, and I said no. Like, I told him, I was like, yeah, I'm really busy tomorrow. I can't. And my friend was, like, begging me to, like, go with them to their house. I was like, no, we're going home. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not.
I don't want to die.
I don't want to experience, like, he's probably gonna make out with my other ear. Next thing you know, he's probably gonna tongue me in the nose.
Man was not a doctor. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
He was not a doctor. He was.
I don't know. It was a totally weird experience. I was like, okay. I mean, if that's what you're into, I mean, go for it.
I won't be joining you for that.
And I'm like, thank God that's over. Yeah. And I told my mom about it, actually. I was like, yeah, some guy made out with my ear. And she was like, she couldn't stop laughing for, like, she, like, told my grandma and everything. I was like, did you really have to tell some random guy who was, like, making out with my ear? Like, really?
That's it.
I'm like, well, thanks for the experience. Thanks for buying me the drink, though, even though you, like, slobbered in my ear.
Totally worth it.
Totally.
So, I don't know why the ear thing made me think of this.
Oh, Lord.
It has nothing to do with this. It just popped into my head. But one time I was dating this guy, and he asked me.
I'm waiting with bated breath.
Stupid. Can't stop laughing.
Oh, jeez.
I'm dead. He asked me to eat a donut off his dick.
Stop!
I thought that only happened, like, in movies or on the playground. I'm not actually happening on the playground, but I mean, like, playground stories. If that actually happens on a playground, someone needs to call the cops.
I did it.
Wait, did it have sprinkles on the donut?
No, it was just a regular Krispy Kreme. And it was not at a playground, but you know where it was? It was in the parking lot of Santa Fe.
Dude, Santa Fe's don't even exist anymore. That tells you how long ago this was.
No, there is one on Music Valley Drive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, down by Opryland Hotel. There's still one.
Damn.
That's the only one I know of that's left. But this was the one in Murfreesboro.
Rip.
Obviously what is it now? Uncle Bud's Catfish. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I went there, like, we pulled into the parking lot, and I was like, oh, swear I ate that donut off a dick.
I would be afraid to like bite his dick. Like if I was like
It was like one of those things like, I bet you won't. And I'm like, bitch, bet.
I mean, was it at least hard, or was it just like soft, but then the donut just kind of sits there and it just kind of like hangs out in the middle where it looks like a... Okay.
It was erect. So it was like a dick and a donut down here at the base, like a cock ring, like a glazed cock ring.
Well, that's a little bit easier, because if you were to put it on a soft one and then try to eat around it, then yeah, I would totally end up eating the whole dick. Everything, dick and all.
Yeah, that would be a Bobbit situation.
All right. I have to know, did he inject it with cream filling?
No.
Oh, then you didn't do it right.
This was totally just a dare. It was one of those things like, I bet you won't.
Womp womp.
I bet I will.
Right.
Don't bet me anything, because I will do it. Back then, I mean, not so much now, but yeah. So, fast forward to, I was about to say this boyfriend, but I guess I'm married to him now.
I was about to say, does Chris know about this?
He's still a boyfriend, you know. We're still dating.
Right.
Fine.
It's your forever boyfriend.
Right. So this was at our old house, and this was when we were packing up to move to this house. And so he had bought anal beads, and I didn't want to use them, so I hid them and told them that they were locked. And I put where I hid them was underneath the mattress, but like way like in the middle. And I mean, it was a long ass time ago, so I forgot about it. And we went to move the mattress and pack it up. And he was like, oh, you didn't.
Nice.
Like we were lifting it, and I lifted my side first and I saw it. And so I grabbed it and like threw it in the floor and kicked it under the bed. But it was too late because it was a memory mattress, and he could see the indention in the bottom. So it was like, whoop, whoop, whoop. It was like, what is that? I was like,
what's it look like?
I have no idea what. I don't know. And he was like, do you know what that looks like? And I was like, I know what it looks like, but I don't see any evidence. So he was like, what did you just throw in the floor? I didn't throw shit in the floor. What did you just kick under the bed? Not a damn thing.
What are you talking about?
This motherfucker gets down on his hands and knees. And he looks under the bed. He's got like his phone flashlight out, like, and he's like, "You stupid son of a bitch! You said they were lost." And I was like, "They were lost. I had no idea it was there."
Under bed. I don't know.
I don't know how they got there. Like, so yeah, I was found out. And like this poor bed. So a couple of weeks before this, we were getting the house ready to sell, and we were getting crown molding put in the bedroom. And so like the night before, we had sex, and I guess I had been like, I took all the garbage cans out of all the different rooms, and I was like putting them in the big trash can because we were going to take the trash the next day. And I guess I never put the trash can back on his side of the bed. So when he took the condom off, he was like, oh, the trash can's not there. So he just like, we have like a 4-poster bed. So he just like laid it across the top of the poster. And I mean, I'm not usually in charge of that kind of cleanup. So I didn't really follow up to see that this has been properly disposed of. And then this handyman comes this morning, and he's like, you know, in the bedroom and everything, and he's talking about, you know, how many pieces of crown molding it's going to take to redo the bedroom. And so he's like looking, he's standing right next to the bed, and I didn't even see it. Like, it was literally like, I mean, this post is like as tall as we are. It's like 3 inches from my eye. I didn't see it. I had no idea. And so he's like looking up at the wall, and I guess he was just like gonna put his hand on the bed just to kind of like, you know, do this and look up. He puts his hand on the poster right in the condom. Like, I swear his finger went inside.
Did he like notice?
He was like, Oh my God. And I was like, I turned like 12 shades of red. I was like, oh my fuck.
Oh, fuck!
I'm so sorry.
Oh, fuck!
And then, like, I felt like I needed to tell him the whole story about how I was taking all the garbage and putting it in the same can, and I didn't put the trash can back in there, and it just, word vomit just started coming out, and I told him the whole story about how I just told him to do it. And he was just standing there like, I have your juices on my hand! Get me the fuck out of here! And, like, he hadn't even started on the work yet, so it was like I had to be there with him the rest of the day. Like, it was a Friday. Chris was at work, so it was just me and this guy, and he had to work the rest of the day knowing that he had just put his hand in our juices. And
Fuck!
I felt so... I was like, I feel like I need to pay you more for this job. You need hazard pay. You really do. Like...
Literally a biohazard.
It really was. I mean, the look on his face, he just went white. He was
Oh,
like,
hell no!
that's
Was he like,
just looked at his hand. He was like, oh,
oh my gosh.
oh my gosh. Okay, so I have these things. I have these 2 links that I had saved, pulled up, and I have to read them to you. Okay. This was, I just happened to be scrolling Facebook a couple of months ago, and I saw this headline, this news headline that caught my eye. So I clicked on the link and I read it, and this is what it says. The headline is, Kentucky judge accused of courthouse threesome is suspended.
Oh, darn.
This is the article. A Kentucky family court judge has been suspended with pay after she was accused of misconduct, including an allegation that she had a threesome in the courthouse. Dawn Gentry, a family court judge in Kenton County in Kentucky's northern 16th district, was charged with multiple counts of misconduct in November. She was put on paid suspension this week pending a final decision. She is accused of coercing court staff to work on her judicial election campaign, retaliating against employees who failed to support her campaign, and hiring a man whom she had a sexual relationship with. She denies all of the accusations. The judge, who was elected in November of 2018, is alleged to have hired her lover, a former pastor, and allowed him to play guitar and sing in her office, disrupting other court employees during the workday. She says that she didn't realize the man's behavior was a distraction. Gentry, her male lover, and a third court employee, a woman, also are alleged to have engaged in sexual activity in the courthouse.
Vagina.
Gentry, 2 vaginas and a penis.
Vagina.
Penis!
Very good. You can add. That's good. Gentry denies that allegation as well. She faces a slew of other allegations, amongst them that she took her children to work and allowed them to witness confidential court proceedings once her child recognized one of the children involved in a confidential case.
I would be more worried about her children recognizing other things happening.
Right. Like, I mean, are we not concerned that she locked her child in a closet while she had a threesome in her chambers? Like, is that not more relevant than her kid recognizing someone? Oh my gosh.
She's so determined.
Yeah. The committee also accused Gentry of approving false or inaccurate timesheets and allowing staff to store and consume alcoholic beverages in court offices and to consume alcohol in the courthouse. I mean, boss of the year right there. Got to give her props for that one.
Mm-hmm.
She denies falsifying timesheets and said through a lawyer in a court response that she had been unaware that her staffers were drinking.
Mm-hmm.
So,
She's probably joining the fun.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like really it's the courthouse threesome is just.
Well, the first word in that should have given it all away.
What, Kentucky?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's valid. That is valid. I feel like if a threesome in a courthouse is going to happen in any state, it's probably going to be Kentucky. Sorry for all the listeners in Kentucky, but you know it's true.
Yeah. And I'm allowed to talk shit about Kentucky because half of my blood runs through Kentucky.
Same. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to Kentucky when we got pulled over.
So you've pretty much experienced Kentucky is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
I bet your ass it was in Barron County, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably. And so, you know, when me and Jake and then Michael and Michael and Mitchell, we were driving, you know, they were, you know, smoking, having a good old time. And, you know, Michael, was going like 95 on the highway with my car. And we got pulled over in Kentucky, and the officer, like, told us to put the hands on the wheel and, like, put our hands up and everything. And I was, like, freaked out. I was like, oh, my God, we're going to get arrested. I'm like, oh, my God, I'm going to go to jail. I'm like, I don't know what to tell Karen. I don't know what to tell Jack. I'm like, oh, my God. So,
right.
And then, you know, they put the
parents. It's Karen and Jack.
Karen, Jack forever. So, you know, the officer tells Michael Pacini to get out of the car, and basically told him, like, do you have any, like, alcohol or, like, you know, drugs in the car? Yeah, and Pacini told him, like, oh yeah, like, you know, he kind of stuttered. And yeah, so the officer found out, but he did let us go. But I really thought Pacini was going to get arrested. I was like, oh my God, I have to be on my Gucci purse. I'm like, here you go.
His ass is going to be in a jail in Kentucky somewhere.
And now our hashtag is free Pacini.
Nice.
We got to free him.
I like it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So don't smoke weed in Kentucky.
That's all everyone I've ever known in Kentucky does.
Right?
Literally, that's all they do.
So here's the other headline I have to read to you. So this is the headline. We regret to inform you, taint tanning is a thing thanks to influencers' viral Instagram post. An Instagram influencer has taken health and wellness blogging to a new low by extolling the benefits of sunning your butthole. I feel like my conservative uncle saying this, but the hippies have gone too far. According to Metaphysical Megan, the health benefits of sunbathing your brown eye are numerous. Calling it an ancient Taoist practice, the influencer claimed that cooking your cooter strengthens the organs, prevents the leakage of qi, and promotes deeper...
I legit thought you were going to say cheese. She should not be leaking cheese out of her anus at all.
I mean, you ever had Taco Bell past 3 a.m.?
Cheese leaking.
It's very scientific and definitely true.
That sounds terrible.
Let the light in, you beautiful souls.
So she put sun tanning lotion in her butthole.
No.
Wait.
Just lay there and just pulled her butt apart.
Yeah, this is Free Beer and Hot Wings talked about this when it came out forever ago. So she like has these pictures of her like laying on her back with like holding her ankles with her like ass just the sun is just permeating her taint.
And send it to you.
Yes.
Well,
pretty much what your cat, imagine your cat like bringing his asshole right up to here, but it like pointing at the sun. That's what she's doing with her ass. She's sunning her taint.
So it goes on to say, who knows, maybe butthole sunning truly is transformative, or maybe it's a highway to taint Cancer City. Either way, it's important to approach life with an open ass.
Imagine that being like the explanation that your family has to give at your funeral. Being like, I'm sorry, but she died of taint cancer because she had too much. She got skin cancer on her taint from the sun. That's literally where the sun don't shine.
So. A quote from somebody who follows her on Instagram says, "This is what I think of when someone tells me they're spiritual but not religious."
Yeah, sounds about right. Really crunchy.
So,
Ooh.
there is that.
I feel like half of the people that you do lid for would sun their butthole.
Yeah, maybe a few.
Maybe
Yeah.
a few.
Yeah.
Same people that like eat their crunchy placenta that you cooked in our oven
Did
would
you
be the type.
Did you die? You did not die. You died. You're all fine.
I died.
Right? I died on the inside. Maybe not the outside, but definitely the inside.
Look,
What is up with people eating placenta? Like I don't get it.
I used to.
Is it like supposed to help like their brain or something? I don't know.
I used to cook them for people. I would go to the hospital and pick them up and cook them. And
Yeah.
them.
This is
Are
before
you serious?
dehydrator, so it
Oh,
was
I'm
straight
dead
up in the
serious.
oven.
It was good ass money too. It's like,
Maybe I should do that for a living.
it's like $500 to cook a placenta.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do that for a living. Oh my god, I'd be so rich.
Right. Well, speaking of eating something that you're totally not supposed to, let's get CJ on her soapbox when it comes to eating ass.
Fuck
Not a
that. Why are y'all eating ass? Why?
No! No! Fucking no! And furthermore, why?
yes.
Why? Why are y'all doing this? I don't care how many people tell me that they're into it. I don't care how many people tell me that they...
It's not a new thing. Tossing a salad is not a new thing.
Yeah, but I feel like people are being more open about it and talking about it more. Or at least I'm seeing it thrown in my face a lot more now.
Well, I think that TikTok has made it a little more memey. Like
Eating
meme-
ass?
Yeah.
Like, it's...
There's definitely been a lot more memes of eating ass than I have seen in previous years since TikTok started.
What, Antionette, where do you stand on the issue
About eating ass?
about eating ass? How do you...
It's fucking gross.
Thank you.
Like, if you want a piece of poop in your mouth, go right ahead.
Right?
You look and be like, shit's coming out of your mouth. No shit. Like, because you're eating shit out of someone's a butthole.
Just put your head in a cat box.
Yeah. I don't think
I have
there
a
is
couple
any
friends that,
way.
like-
Mm-mm. Nope.
Yeah.
And they like sexual peeing.
Yeah, that too. No.
And I'm like, I mean, you do you, girlfriend, but
I know. I mean, I try not to kink shame people. I know people are into what they're into, but I can't get behind that one.
Now, there's no way to get your anus clean enough to justify putting your tongue in it.
Never.
There is always going to be bacteria. This is why we have coronavirus.
it's true. Because people are
Yes.
eating asses. Like,
Coronavirus! Coronavirus!
Yeah, dude. For
Yeah.
real. I mean, in like the prep that goes into like even anal sex, I feel like you gotta like go about 20 steps beyond that. And like, I'm just imagining like, how everybody's into those stainless steel straws now?
Yeah.
A pack of them, it comes with that thing.
Save the turtles.
The little, and you clean it out. Like, do they make one of those for your asshole that is
apparently they do. No, it's kind of like, oh, no. It's, my friend explained this to me. She said there's...
Of course she did.
Franny fat.
Go to Walmart or like, any of your pharmacy, and it's kind of like what's called douche, but it's for your asshole. And they squeeze it.
Ass douche.
And it cleans their asshole.
No.
Ass douche
Like-
just sounds like something my 14-year-old self would have thought was a sick burn. That's right, ass douche.
I'm gonna start using that. Someone says douche, and I'm gonna say ass douche because
Are you like douche or ass douche?
like,
Right? It's the next level.
I mean, at least the vagina is like a self-cleaning thing. Like,
Yeah.
balance itself out, but an asshole is always dirty all the
Yeah.
time.
And imagine eating Taco Bell and then like going to like your partner wants to eat your asshole at your Taco Bell
It's
or
never,
like
it's never.
White Castle.
If you've ever eaten Taco Bell at any point in your life, I don't care if you pour bleach in your asshole. It will never be clean enough. Ever.
No, it wouldn't.
No, the only way to get your asshole clean enough would be to go through that procedure that they make you do for a colonoscopy, where you have to have like 48 hours of fasting. There can be no food involved here. You have to drink that chalky bullshit. You have to like shit yourself clean for 3 days. Then you have to go on like a juice and water cleanse. Like there's going to be like a week ahead of steps before I'm going to get my tongue anywhere near your asshole.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't. They call it. And you know, there's another term for it. It's rimming.
Yes, rim job, rimming, tossing the salad.
Yeah, I just rimmed my boyfriend. Like someone go up to you and be like, "Yeah, I just rimmed some guy."
Yeah, like, your breath
It's
smells
so
like
hot.
shit.
It's because I just licked an asshole. Like,
Oh, it was so great.
I just. I can't. That's. No.
Let's see here. Slang for eating ass. How many do we have here? Salad tossing. Almond joying. I like an almond joy.
So the almond joy is like the shit.
I guess.
Worse. That's so bad.
I don't know. I don't know if all of these are legit. This is like sour cream potato cakes.
Ew.
The Peggy Bundy. I don't think this is correct. Urban thesaurus. Well, that's what's coming up. Booty eating. Craiging it. Rusty trombone.
No,
Licking
trombone
spokes.
is where they like shit between your cleavage and then
That's what I thought.
What?
Yeah, the guy
Boy, you need to
shits on
see.
the chest and then titty fucks her and uses the poop as lube.
I think like our first or second episode of this series goes
Oh, yeah,
over
we
all
went
of
over
that.
this. We've already discussed
So someone shit on your chest and then they use it as lube.
I don't know. You guys,
No, not me. This is
No, I'm just saying like someone actually did
in
that.
general,
yes.
Who the
It's in a book of
guys.
yeah.
How about spit swabbing the pork curtains?
Oh.
That is eloquent.
I'll never be the same.
I'm scarred.
Right? What are you doing tonight, baby? Well, I figured I would go spit swab the pork curtains. No.
Hard pass.
Very hard pass.
Hard pass. No.
Oh
And,
my god.
Another random, like, probably odd subject to touch on. Okay, obviously we know as women, some women are not crazy about the whole anal sex thing. I am one of them. I do not like it. I don't enjoy it.
I used to be until I had an unfortunate accident that we will talk about later on in a different episode. And now Peen cannot get near that because I will die.
Yeah. But what about, like, gay guys? What if a gay guy doesn't like anal sex? What do they do?
You know, they've got other options. There's
I mean, is
oral.
are there gay guys that just don't like it? Like, it's too painful?
I'm sure there are, because there's a whole host of different sexualities that enjoy different things. So I'm pretty sure.
I need to know.
Yeah, you can be gay and like love the same sex without, you can be gay and not even like, you can be completely asexual and not even like sex at all, but still be gay.
That's true. But,
You
like,
know.
what do you do?
I feel like asexual's a thing.
Like,
Yeah.
you want something, but you don't want that. I don't
Well.
know. I don't know how that works.
Not everything is all encompassing.
I want to find out.
Well, do we have any like
Yeah, if there's
gay guys?
any listeners that can answer this question, like, I'm genuinely curious. I would like to know. How does that work? Or is it just like, do they automatically like it? I don't know. How do you get to a point where you like it if you start out not liking it? I don't know. I guess I don't need to know that part because I'm not interested in making myself like it. I'm content not liking it. That's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Right?
There is that.
Hmm.
So We talked last time about like crazy places that we've had sex, and I had a couple that I thought of between then and now.
Of course.
So I was dating this guy one time, and his boss was throwing a pool party for the summer, and we went to his house, and I needed to use the bathroom, and so he said something about like his guest bathroom was being renovated, and so he was like, just use the bathroom in the master. So I went into the master bedroom, then into the bathroom, and I'm like doing my business, and my boyfriend walks in, he's like, hey, and I'm like, hey, and he's you wanna? And I was like, we're in your boss's master bathroom. Do you really think that's a good idea? And he was like, yeah. I was like,
yeah, I want to get my dick wet.
Say no more. Drop my pants, and there we were. So there was that. I was like, we're definitely gonna get caught.
Penis.
Yeah, obviously. Everybody's like, where's Courtney? Where's Courtney's boyfriend? It's been a long time.
Yep.
There was that one that I forgot about. Did I ever tell you about the time that I got kicked off of Fort Campbell?
Probably.
I did. I had snuck in to one of the men's barracks. And yeah, unfortunately, like the story that we got from the Facebook post, I was not put into a bag and carried across the, to the
Right.
men's hall and unzipped the bag and like popped out like, hey, here I am. Like, I just flat out, like, there was no locker to hide me in. There was no bag to hide me in. There was no bed to hide under. Like, it was done for. Like, I done been found out, and I don't know what they're called, the big head honchos, they were like, what are you even doing here?
Just came to visit.
Like, first of all, this is a men's barracks, and you're not a man. Second of all, you don't even live on this base. What are you even doing here? How did you get in? And I was like, I just drove up to the gate and showed the dude my license, and he said I could come in.
Yeah.
Really, I was not supposed to be there, so they were like, GTFO. GTFO. You got to get out. Put your pants on, get out. So.
Oops, wrong. Appropriate though.
Hey, the bitch, get fucked.
That's what I was going for.
Tons of events, like too long, didn't read. Was having sex, then I wasn't, and I got thrown out.
Yeah.
It was that. I did it one time with my boyfriend in the back of a minivan, and his mom and dad and brother and grandma were in the van as well, and we were going to Florida.
I did that too, but it was not going to Florida, and it wasn't sex, it was finger bang. But yeah, did the same thing. Whole family in the front of the van.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thought we were being slick, but we stopped somewhere in Georgia for dinner, and his dad pulled us off to the side in an Applebee's, and he was like, I need y'all to stop. Your grandmother is right in front of you.
Can't stop, won't stop.
I was like, she ain't my grandma.
No, right?
Oh, shit.
It is what it is, but yeah, we done been found out, and that was the end of that. So, yeah. So that's all I got. If anybody else has any more, I got more for next episode, but that's all I got for this.
I got a couple.
Go for it.
Yes.
So me and my ex-boyfriend, like, we only dated for like, I would say like 6 months or something. So one night he was like, hey, do you want to go for a drive? And I'm like, okay, sure, let's go. So he drives me up to our high school. And, like, high school, like, is like, we only had like 80 people in the whole school. It was a really small school, like only one hallway. And we shared, like, our school shared a building with a church. And behind the building, you can't see anything. So, there was like a playground and stuff. So we had sex in the back of the school before we went to school. And he left his condom in the playground. And a teacher walks up and is like, oh my God. I went to Catholic school, so like they're like, oh my God, who is this? And me and my ex-boyfriend were like looking at each other like, I'm like, did you not like throw it away or something? He's like, no. So it's awkward, and our teacher was the principal. So imagine the principal like picking up the condom with a glove, and saying, "Whose condom is this?"
Did you have to fess up? Like,
no, I didn't fess up. And she asked me, like, she was like one of those principals, and she used to work in a jail, so she's probably hearing this right now. She knows this is true. So she like asked everybody like in the whole school, "Hey, did you like?" is this yours? If it is, we have to call the police. And I was like, are you serious? And you have to go to confession. I'm like, I told her, I was like, I wasn't here this morning. I was at home. I mean, it was crazy. We had sex in like the craziest places. At McDonald's.
As one does.
In the parking
in McDonald's parking lot.
Iodle House parking lot.
Oh,
I did it in the Walmart parking lot several times.
A lot of parking lot sex going on.
Yeah,
me and Jake did it at the Little Caesars parking lot, or we did things at Little Caesars parking lot.
Pizza. I mean,
pizza, and we did get ice cream, and there was ice cream in the same plaza, so we went to go get ice cream after.
That sounds like the perfect date.
I mean, could you ask for anything more?
Oh, so romantic.
I know. That's why I love him so much.
Aww.
Aww.
Sweet.
I'm trying to think what other crazy places I had sex. In the church.
Yeah.
I think we've all been there. Oh, God.
Remember that?
Yeah, I'm actually like writing that scene into my book. You're welcome.
Yes! Oh my God, I'm famous!
Right?
So, long story short, I gave a hand job one time, and it was my first time, so I didn't really know what to expect.
She cried.
Did she really cry?
Oh, yeah.
Almost. All this stuff came out in my hand, and I was like,
Completely disgusted.
The guy was a lot older. He was like, that is not sexy.
I had a guy ask me once, like, do you, like, spit or swallow? Or do you do it, like, I guess, like, are you slobbery when you, like...
Are you slobbery?
Yes,
or, like,
I'm a
are you
bulldog.
nasty when you give a blowjob? Or are you, like,
Are you
like, something... He kept asking me these questions, and, like, first off, like, I didn't know, like, any of what that was. And I was like, yeah, I guess I'm pretty clean. He was like, what the fuck?
No. Yeah, that's not hot.
Yeah, he was like, this is not hot at all. Like, he was just doing sexy talk, and I was like, honestly, I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about, so I just went off with the guys.
Right?
She's like, he's using all these words that I've never heard of.
And I was like, shit, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do. I was like,
what do you
I guess clean.
Like, when you were young,
I guess
you didn't know.
Yeah. I mean, any guys listening, I need to know, like, is that a turn on when someone is like, they look like a bulldog with like their jowls and like there's just spit flying everywhere? Like, is that...
Is that sexy?
I've never understood the whole spit.
Like spit on it, yeah.
Hawks in this big loogie and like
I mean, of course it needs to be moist. You can't just like yank on something dry. That's got to be painful, but
I get that. But just like the whole, I don't know, the act of like
slobbery.
putting it from way up here and letting it drip all the way down like fucking maple syrup out of the, container. Like, why? Why do we need to do that?
No, we don't. And we ain't gonna.
Like stupid kids pouring Coke into a cup and they're like,
oh yeah,
way up here, like, oh, like, do we need to do that with our spit? Because I just feel like it's kind of unnecessary.
Yeah, or like they want to see that like spit bridge between like their dick and your mouth. Like, no.
I don't know, spit, just.
I don't know.
No,
someone in the dental field, I really don't do that well with spit.
No. And for someone being as a magnificent whore as I am, I don't do very well with semen either. Like, I don't want to see any sort of liquid involved in my sexual play. Like, even though I know that, like, semen is the product of what is happening, I don't want to see that.
I don't, it doesn't bother me, but
It's weird. I'm okay with it.
yeah.
No.
Like,
I will
I'm
yeet
good with,
you
like,
across the room.
swallowing. I'm good with swallowing, and I'm good with, like,
I can't.
yeah.
Can't do it. The last time I swallowed,
As long as I don't
had
see
to-
it.
It's bad.
Yeah, I had to chase it with like half a bottle of Gatorade.
See,
Because
and that's what I've told Chris. I'm like, that's not sexy. Like the fact that I have to set up this little mini bar on the nightstand
Oh yeah.
to chasing it with stuff. Like, what the?
Yeah.
I just,
No,
like,
I get the tap on the back of my head so that I can yeet out of there.
right?
tap the back of the head.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just.
I
feel
just
like
try to go for it.
I feel like as a guy, like I don't want to hurt his feelings and be like, your shit tastes disgusting, but it does. And the whole thing about pineapples, it's fucking not true.
That is bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, that is bullshit.
Like that does not help. Like that's what I think about it.
Yes.
But I'm like, I don't want to make him feel bad, but I'm like, shit tastes disgusting. It tastes like bleach, no matter what.
Exactly. I don't see him drinking it.
Oof.
Mm.
Salty.
Yes. Salty, warm bleach.
And it gets stuck right here.
Oh.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God.
Why? Why?
No. If it like so much as like touches my lip, I am gagging. I am puking on your dick and it's all your fault for not giving me the tap.
The tap.
They told me there was a girl at his high school that did that. Like, it went around. There was like a rumor that went around that she like. Well, there was one rumor that someone chili dogged, like a girl chili dogged a guy. She was doing anal sex and like she pooped on his dick.
Okay, boomer.
Why would I don't participate in those activities, so why would I know what that is?
And then I guess like some other girl like was like, like sucking some dick and like I guess she couldn't take it and she threw up.
Okay, so same. Been there.
Okay.
It was a particularly bad summer day when I had some Hawaiian punch and jumped on the trampoline a little earlier. Already had an upset stomach, hit the gag reflex, Hawaiian punch chunks all over his lap.
Who was this?
Shit.
Ex-husband?
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh.
Fine with me. I'd puke on him again, but
That's so bad. It's so bad.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But like, I mean, was it game over at that point? Like,
Oh, for me, you're asking me?
yeah. Was it?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you at least have to like call time out and get stuff cleaned up. You can't just be like, okay, well, let's shake it off, like just shake it aside and then
Keep going.
yeah, you're not going to use the puke as lube. What the hell's wrong with you?
Just take it, swift it, shake it off. It's fine.
Right? I mean, it came from your body. It can go back in, right?
Oh shit.
Ooh,
Yeah, no.
that's nasty.
Yeah, so on that note, thank you for joining us, Antoinette. And
Yes,
Oh,
you.
no problem. I had such a great time.
And you know what? All three of us have brought the big tit energy to
we
this.
have.
Yes, big tit energy.
Yay. Woo. So there you go.
I'm really proud. Like, I spent all day long agonizing over how to make this cut because this was a t-shirt and I cut it.
Oh my God, you're so crafty.
Right?
I thought you bought it like that. Holy shit.
Sleeves too and everything. Like,
Oh my God.
look, get off me, okay?
You should start selling those.
No.
That's
It took me
our
an
new
hour.
merch.
It took me an hour to make this one shirt.
That's
So,
why you can charge $70 for it.
nobody's gonna pay $70.
Well, speaking of shirts and merch and whatnot, we have merch. You
We
should
have-
totally buy some merch. There are t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies. We got a mouse pad. The mouse pad's not for sale on our thing. That was just kind of a thing for you. But yeah. Tumblers, of course. Again, audibletrial.com/remember that one time for a free 30-day trial for audiobooks. PP20 for 10% off of your personally polygraph? No, that's not right.
Perfectly polished paragraph.
That's it, not personally polygraphed.
Not a polygraph company.
If you could personalize a polygraph, that would be some pretty lucrative business.
Probably.
Exactly. As always, check us out on ourtalkshow.com. That's kind of your main hub for you to find anything and everything. Videos, pictures, obviously the most current episode.
There's some sweet ass pictures on there right now.
Oh God, yeah. There's shit from high school that, yeah.
I love that picture of that group of us at your Sweet 16.
Yeah, that was taken in my kitchen. Yeah, that has, let's see, it's got my ex-boyfriend that we just found out dumped me a couple of weeks after the second time I ever saw him in my life. It has...
Friend that proposed to me at age 14.
Yep, we've got CJ's boyfriend that proposed to her at 14.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
Diamond ring and everything in front of my parents.
Damn.
My parents were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
She's 14 years old.
Exactly. Their response?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
It was bad. But you can bet your ass that I wore that diamond ring and I went to school and told all my friends and everybody that was like, she ain't gonna be shit. Well, I'm engaged and you're not, so bye, Felicia.
Yes.
Yeah. At 14, because that's the goal.
Yeah, like I was like walked into freshman year like, I'm engaged, bitches.
Yes.
Probably.
That's exactly what happened. And then there was the guy that I confessed my love to, and then he told me he was gay, but he was my best friend, and I miss him, and I adore him, and I really wish we could hang out. There was, let's see, the girl that the current boyfriend met there at my birthday and then ended up leaving me for. So that's fun.
You're fired.
Madison is fired.
Fired.
Exactly. And then there's I guess our token gay guy friend.
Yeah, and he was.
We're going to call him.
My boyfriend was living with his family at the time.
Yeah, that's right. I think that was all of us. No, you, of course.
Yeah, I think so. The two couples, the two guys, and then the girl that would actually steal your boyfriend. So
yeah. So yeah, it was a cast of characters for sure. So that picture's up there. That's a lot of fun. ourtalkshow.com. You can always check us up on Facebook, listen on Spotify, Anchor, anywhere, literally anywhere podcasts can be heard. Tell your smart speaker to play Remember That One Time. That's always fun.
And did we tell everybody that we're now on TikTok?
Oh, yeah, that's right. We started a TikTok this morning because CJ stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning and finally got in this decade. So that's fun.
My husband left for work this morning at 2 a.m. and I woke up when he left, and I don't know why, but I downloaded TikTok.
Okay, boomer.
Yeah.
And I did not go back to sleep until the sun was up because I watched every TikTok that's out there, every single one of them.
So there is now an official Remember That One Time TikTok page. Yep. That is in my show notes.
Once I figure out how to post a video, I'm going to do some dumb shit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to do some dumb shit all the damn time. Every fucking shuffle challenge, every wine challenge, every stupid bullshit thing that people are going to scroll past and be like, why did I just waste 10 seconds of my life?
They're going to see your fucking face.
I'm going to do it.
I have a friend that's famous on TikTok.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, she's so funny. Like, she's hilarious. I mean, she got like 40K views on one video.
I'm telling you.
And it's like stupid stuff. Like it's funny. Like
Right, just it's all stupid, but like just and it's a time suck. I mean, I looked
Yeah.
up, the sun was coming up. I was like, I've been on this app for 10 minutes. And it just like
Right.
fast forwarded my whole life.
Yes, well, find us on TikTok. It is our username is Remember That One TikTok instead of Remember That One Time. Makes sense.
oh.
Yeah, Remember That One TikTok. So that is the new thing that we're doing. Coming up is going to be another episode, of course, of Sexy Stories. This will be part 5 with a special guest, Big Shane. That'll be fun. We've got a comedian in the house.
I am
Nice.
we have never had a man on the show before.
Yes, this will be our first.
Are you
man.
serious?
We've never had a man on the show.
Yes, this
And
has been.
You know what we're gonna bring? We're gonna bring that big tit energy.
Yes.
Yes, for sure. Yes, we're finally going to get some testosterone up in this bitch. That'll be fun.
Even if there was just one of us, he's already outnumbered because we have 2 tits each.
Yes,
He has 1 dick, so
exactly. And then, so this will be out on Saturday. The next Saturday, we're going to have our next titty. That'll be out. We currently don't have a featured artist lined up for that one. So if you're listening and you are artistically inclined, or if you've got a buddy that's in a band and you're like, dude, I want to get his info out there in front of your listeners, let us know. We would love to feature them as an artist. So get on that.
I would love, personally, I would love it if it could be somebody from Nashville who is currently out of work right now, since our fucking downtown area is like completely stopped. Last week's featured artist, Parker Willingham, him and he's got a friend that he plays and writes with. They've been doing like Facebook concerts in place of, you know, what they would be doing downtown. And so that would be really cool if it was somebody that, you know, normally plays at like Redneck Riviera or Kid Rock's or, you know, any of the James Aldean's, Luke Bryan's, anybody that plays down there at any of the bars that is currently out of work. Like, it would be cool as shit to have somebody like that. So if you're out there and you're listening and that's what you do, hit us up.
Yes, very noble cause. On a very selfish note, if you play anything other than country, please hit me up too.
Yeah,
there is that.
I'm for something other than country for Chris because she's got it with the twang.
Yeah, I understand it's Nashville and this is country heaven and everybody has moved down here from Oklahoma so that they can be, you know, the next Johnny Cash. But for God's sake, I need some rock and roll, people. I need some metal. I need yes.
But the only thing is, does Gary have his own songs?
I bet you he does.
He only does covers, I think.
Even if they just do covers. If they're on Spotify, then I can play them on our Titty episode. And if they're not on Spotify, we can still feature them. We just can't feature them on Stationhead.
Yeah, he's not on Spotify.
Yeah, gotcha. But still, even just, I mean, if you wrote a little ditty and you want to sing it and you want to get out there, we can work with you.
I was talking to a guy last night and I almost had it lined up and he saw our logo and he was like, my agent won't let me be associated with somebody that has a logo like that.
I've got a feeling that that's why the guy on YouTube never responded, because I was like,
a brilliant ass logo and we're not changing it.
No. I mean, it really does encompass all that we are. You have a suction cup dildo with headphones on, and that's technically what the two of us are.
And it ties into one of our top 3 best stories ever.
For sure.
So why would we not have that as our logo?
Yeah. I mean, it's not for the faint of heart, and that's the thing. Our podcast is not going to be for everybody. This is not family friendly. No. This is not something that you want to listen to in your car with your 7-year-old or your grandmother. Like, we're not going to be for everybody, but for the people that aren't pussy little bitches, then we're for you.
Yes.
So there's that. And on that note, again, I want to say thank you for joining us. Anytime.
Thank you.
You're very, very welcome.
Oh,
And always say yes to adventures because they become stories. And in the end, that is all we are. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheer dance. I love it. Oh, you know what I just realized we didn't do?
What?
Hang on.
I was practicing my dance for TikTok.
I know there's one, it goes,
Wednesday, my dudes.
I know a TikTok dance. It goes like, what does it go? Dun, 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 lean with it, rock with it, lean with it, rock with it.
I want to do that one that's like triangle, flamingo, triangle, flamingo. Like, learn. But it's like, it's fucking hard, dude. I haven't even tried it and I already know it's hard as shit. Like, no.
With that long kiss biting my lip, that smile that makes me lose my grip, the way you hold me when the water's deep, the way you don't hold back when you're loving